Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So today's mod, it's a small one, but I think it's gonna be a cool one. I think it's gonna be something that a lot of people are interested in. And that mod that I'm talking about is actually for the antenna. Now, I wrapped my roof gloss black a while ago. I think it was back in March or so, March or April. And one of the things that I didn't do was wrap the antenna up here black. And you know, it can be done. I've done it before on other cars and it turned out nice, but it just never really was 100%. So it kind of bothered me, and you know, I said with this car I'm just gonna leave it, and if it bothered me I'll figure out another solution. What I thought I was gonna do was just gonna find an OEM black antenna and then install that. That way it's black, it matches, and it's OEM. I don't have to worry about the wrap peeling up or anything like that. But during my search, I just couldn't find anything that was worthwhile. Everything was scratched up and it looked terrible. Obviously they came off of salvaged and, you know, wrecked cars. So I don't know what they did with them. They probably threw them around and kicked them around a few times, but either way, they just weren't worth it. I didn't think it was something that I wanted to pay, you know, $50, $60, $70 for something that I wasn't happy with. So during my search, I actually came across a pretty cool little mod. And what that mod is actually a cover that goes over top of that. One of the cooler parts about it, it's actually carbon fiber. This is not something I was necessarily looking for. I didn't even know they existed, but during my search, trying to find an OEM black one, I came across this piece. And the nice part about it, it's something that you can just lay on top of it. You don't have to take the headliner down again. And if I don't like the carbon, I could just wrap that black. And the nice part about that is I don't have to wrap the paint. I don't have to take this off and wrap it. And if I don't like it, I could just take the cover off. Now, I have no idea if this fits well. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it, but it was something that I was willing to try for, you know, myself and also for you guys. It's also a cool solution if you don't have many carbon fiber parts on the car and you just want to add a little something. It might be a cool little touch, but we'll see. You know, it was a little pricey. It's around 70 bucks for the cover. Honestly, for me, I felt like it was worth it just so I don't have to, you know, pull down the headliner again and get that thing out. It was about 45 minutes of work, or probably a little bit more, just to get the antenna out and get the headliner down and everything. It was a major pain in the butt and I really didn't want to do it again. So that's one of the reasons why I just have been leaving it lapis. But now that I have a little bit of a solution, I thought this would be a really cool idea, a really cool little mod, not only for me, but for you guys if you want to add something. It's coming in the mail today, so I haven't even checked it out yet. I have no idea if it fits well. I have no idea what it looks like. Hopefully it's pretty decent quality, something nice enough that I will consider putting on the car. But either way, let's check it out. Let's get home, see what it's all about, and then we'll go from there. All right, so obviously I was going to do a full, you know, unboxing and unveiling of it, but this is what you get. It's definitely a real carbon fiber. It's got some 3M tape there, but we got an issue. So little did I know, if you take a look at the size of this and then the size of that, too small. So after some research and talking to some friends, I found out that there's two sizes of antennas, one without Starlink and one with Starlink. Now, since it's an STI, I don't know what WXs or STIs don't have Starlink. I didn't really think, I thought that was just a standard option across all of them. But apparently the non-Starlink antennas are smaller and are that size. So it doesn't fit. I'm kind of disappointed because this is actually a really nice piece. And it flows really well with the rest of the carbon and would have looked really, really nice, you know, against the black. It would have been hidden, but, you know, wouldn't have been too much. So, I mean, this was 74 bucks shipped. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I contacted the seller and said, hey, you know, your advertising says it fits a WRX and STI. So we'll see what they say. Maybe they'll refund me or something, or ask this in the back, or they might have a different size. I don't know. I hope they have a different size. I would love to, you know, put this on, but I don't know. In the small chance that they say, no, they don't want it back, or, you know, I'm not gonna refund you, or whatever it may be, I might be selling this off for anybody. Apparently it fits any BRZ or WX or STI, but basically if you don't have Starlink, I guess, if you have the shorter antenna, it will fit. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Obviously this puts a little speed bump in the video because obviously this is what the video is about. But now that I really wanna get that done and this doesn't fit and I don't wanna wait for another one, I'm gonna see if I have any extra black vinyl and just suck it up and wrap it. So maybe I'll do that in this video. If you see the next clip of me actually wrapping it, then I'm going ahead with the wrapping idea and just getting it done. So let me think about it and see what I'm gonna do. All right, so obviously this is a different day. Car's in a different direction. This is actually a few days later. I went and checked my inventory, if you want to call it inventory, of vinyl that I have laying around for projects and things that I've done in the past. And I actually didn't have enough or big enough piece to wrap this. So it kind of left me in the spot. I had to end the video. I had to basically, you know, call it a night. I'll figure out something else to do. So what I did is I went inside, stressed about it all night, and I ended up buying 4 new mods instead of from 1 mod, it went to 4. They're kind of small. Well, one of them is decent size, I guess, but I ended up ordering 4 different things that I'm gonna do in the car. So those will all be, I guess, shown next week. But all in all, I'm going to be wrapping that gloss black exactly the same material, the Avery gloss black that I, you know, wrapped the roof. So it's gonna be exactly the same. It is gonna be an absolute pain to do it. I got enough to do it a couple times just to make sure, you know, if I make any mistakes or anything like that. But I'm going to try and do one piece because that's ideally what I would like it to look, you know, for it to look like. I don't want to do different parts and everything. I don't know, we'll see. This is a very intricate and pain in the butt thing to do. I've seen a lot of people have, you know, they really struggled with it. So we'll see, but I have enough material to keep on trying and see until I get it right. Really disappointed with the cover. I was really hoping that would fit. The company did contact me back. I did send them a message saying, hey, you know, what you're advertising is not true. It doesn't fit STIs, and basically anything with Starlink. So if you have a WRX, it will fit basically. Actually, I ended up putting it up for sale on my Instagram. Somebody bought it who had a WRX. So I shipped it out to them, and they're gonna use it on their car. I told them to send me pictures because I was curious to see, you know, how it was gonna look on the car and everything. But the company that did message me back that sells this, they did say they're gonna reach out to the manufacturer to see if they have or can make one that fits the larger antenna. So we still might be in the green here. We still might be able to get something out of this and maybe, you know, actually get a cover that's gonna fit both, you know, both style antennas. So we'll see what happens. I'll definitely update you guys once I hear back from them. And they were very nice, you know, very cool people and everything. So hopefully we're able to come to a resolution. But in the meantime, now that I'm kind of focusing on this antenna, I can't stand having it blue. I have to have it black. So like I said, I'm going to wrap it. It's actually one of the 4 mods that I'm going to be doing to the car that I'll be making videos on, so stay tuned for that. So I will check back with you guys in a couple days once the material comes in and I start, you know, to actually take this out again and wrapping it and everything. I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing and removing it because it is an absolute pain to do this. I really don't want to do it. But now that I've done it once when I first did the roof, I'm a little bit more familiar with the process of how to do it. So I might go a little bit faster. We'll see. But either way, I'll show you the whole wrapping process, talk you through it, see how it comes out. Hopefully it comes out good. I was really happy with how the roof came out, so I'm kind of hopeful that's going to come out pretty cool too. So we'll see. I always say this, but it'll be second for you guys. For me, it'll be, I don't know, 2-3 days. But I'll check back in with you guys once we get the wrap in and we get to start wrapping that up. All right, guys, so got some new material in. Avery Dennison. This is the gloss black, the same one that I used on the roof. Got the antenna out. I didn't want to bore you with, you know, taking it out and everything. Last time it took me like 45 minutes. Mainly the hardest part was to unplug this one just because it's like pinned into the roof. You know, there's a little clip inside. and it's really hard to get loose. But since I already did it, it was much easier. I had a lot more slack, so I was able to get it out pretty quickly. I was able to get the whole entire antenna out in probably 5 to 10 minutes. So got it out there. And another really nice perk about having these seats, they recline, or you can fold the seat back. You know, if you had a coupe, you can use it. But I had much more room to work in here. I had to take one of the car seats out right here. But very simple. Did it in 5-10 minutes. So happy about that. So let's get to actually wrapping the antenna. Now, I'm going to try to do this in one piece. There's a lot of different methods you can do it. You can do it in 3 different pieces if you wanted to. You can do, you know, make a seam right here, fold each side, and then do a 3rd piece here. But like I said, I want to try to wrap this in one piece just so it looks really clean in unison. I know the hardest part is going to be right back here because it's got a crease and kind of want a finger, but we'll see how this works out. Again, I got enough material here to see if, you know, for a couple tries, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm confident in my ability, so hopefully I don't have to eat those words. But let's clean this up first, get all the bead maker and any protectant that's on here so I have a good adhesion with the wrap, and then we'll get to wrapping. So I'm not going to talk you through the whole thing, but I'll show you some clips, me actually wrapping it so you guys get an idea of how it looks overall. So this is the final result. It's not the best. There's some little fingers and stuff, and I ended up having to do a 2nd piece just on the back, but it turned out okay. I'm happy with it for now. I might still try to source an OEM black one just so there's no seams or anything like that, but honestly it's better than just having the lapis blue, and I think it looks pretty clean. So this took a while, but I don't mind doing this stuff. I ended up doing it 2 different times. I'll probably end up doing it a 3rd time. So I just kind of want to get this on the car, show the final result, then we can wrap this video up. Then maybe we can revisit it down the road, when we can find a different solution. But for now, very happy with the outcome, and it definitely will blend in much better with the roof. All right, guys, I'm beat, installed, we're all good. Again, there's some little imperfections. I haven't wiped it down or anything. I literally just finished, but really looks good with the roof. Blends in. There's no strange color or anything popping out. The one thing that really always bothered me was the roof was black, then obviously the lapis blue, and then we had carbon here, so it was very I don't know, it was distracting and messy, and it just, I don't know, it always caught my eye. Kind of forgot about it for a little bit, but then once I started really looking again, it really started to bother me. So I'm glad I did it. It looks really good. It blends in with the roof wrap and everything, so it looks really clean. The roof is actually dirty, so that could be why this looks a little bit shinier, and plus obviously the angle and the lighting and everything. But either way, happy it's done. That was a major pain in the butt. Taking it off was the easiest part. I thought that was going to be the hardest part, but since I already did it before, again, I did it in 5 or 10 minutes. Same thing, putting it back on was 5 or 10 minutes. Wrapping it was a major pain, just because the angles and everything. I probably could have done it in one piece. I know my WRX channel did the whole thing when he put a piece on the window, and opened up the window and kind of just press it through, which I thought about doing. I really wanted to try to do it on the bench and just doing it one piece, which I was pretty fortunate. It came out pretty good. I just had to do a 2nd piece back there, which, I mean, it looks fine, honestly. It's gonna be on my mind for a couple days, and I'll probably forget about it and be okay with it. I usually overhype things. I usually, stress about things that other people won't even notice because I'm a little OCD when it comes to that stuff, but honestly, it came out much better than I thought. Really happy with it. To be honest, I wish there was an option to do like a little tiny, you could delete this whole entire shark fin and just do like a little bump or something, or a little, aftermarket antenna that would work. It would look a lot cleaner. I hate the way this looks. It just, I don't know. It's a distraction to me, but either way, it's done. I'm happy this video is done as well, because this was a lot of trial and error. This was about a week's worth of video clips and everything, and just trying to get this done. So that's it for this one, guys. Stay tuned for more mod videos. I got a couple more things coming in that I think you guys will enjoy. Some suspension stuff, some aesthetic stuff. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you in the next one.